Britain's biggest royal occasion for 30 years. The wedding of Prince William and Catherine Middleton is just a few hours away. Last night, William delighted London crowds with an impromptu walkabout. Earlier, Kate Middleton attended a final rehearsal at Westminster Abbey. Thousands have camped out on the streets of the capital to soak up the atmosphere and to cheer on the future king and queen. Wedding fever seems to have spread further afield, with thousands of foreign tourists in the capital. The Queen has already begun the celebrations, joining other royals in the capital for a pre-wedding get-together. She'll head towards Westminster Abbey in a few hours' time before the bride arrives at approximately 11 o'clock. Now, the rest of the world is also watching. Up to 2 billion people are expected to tune in on television, making it the most popular event ever broadcast, at least twice as big as the wedding of William's parents, Charles and Diana. Thousands are gathering here outside Buckingham Palace to soak up the atmosphere. They're waiting for the future king and queen after their marriage ceremony at Westminster Abbey, just under 4 hours from now. The expectation seems to grow with every passing hour, as do the crowds, some of whom here have spent sleepless nights, nervous and excited about today's events. Now, what about the couple themselves? They've spent the night apart, as you would expect, before becoming husband and wife, and the journey for Catherine Middleton from commoner to princess will soon be complete. Our royal correspondent, Daniela Ralph, reports.
Together for almost 10 years, a relationship conducted for much of the time in private. But today, Prince William and Kate Middleton will emerge onto the grandest of public stages, as husband and wife, and as future king and queen. Most grooms don't spend the night before their wedding like this. For Prince William, an impromptu walkabout with his brother outside Clarence House, to the amazement of thousands gathered on the Mall. The brothers spent around 15 minutes among the crowds. Prince William appeared genuinely at ease, no obvious sign of wedding nerves.
He came over, shook our hands, gave us a few words.
Yeah, he just came out of Clarence House to kind of see everyone.
They just said a really nice hi, nice to meet you, so glad you guys are out tonight.
Less than a mile away, his bride arrived at the Goring Hotel with her mother and sister, where she will spend her last night as a single woman. The welcome she received, a taster of what's ahead as a member of the royal family. Earlier, the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh hosted a drinks and dinner for foreign royals who are in London for the wedding. The groom's father, Prince Charles, and Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, were here briefly, but left early to spend time with Prince William. The Prince of Wales had also met a number of Commonwealth leaders, here ahead of his son's big day.
There's a real connection between Prince William and New Zealand, and so a lot of Kiwis will have a heightened interest as a result of that. And I mean, you know, Kate is a very beautiful young princess and is going to be, you know, a great asset to the royal family and great queen one day.
The last-minute preparations have revolved around the rehearsals at Westminster Abbey. Kate's final visit before she walks down the aisle, a chance to practice with her young team of bridesmaids and pages. While the bride's dress remains the wedding's best-kept secret, the groom's outfit has been revealed. Prince William will wear the scarlet tunic of the Irish Guards, of which he is colonel. But he's currently serving in the Royal Air Force, so will wear his RAF wings to reflect that.
3 cheers to Will and Kate! Hip hip!
The Abbey is now ready for its 16th royal wedding, a place inevitably filled with mixed emotions for Prince William. Here, as a teenager, he was at his mother's funeral. Today he will marry, with Diana's family watching alongside. There remains 2 significant pieces of information surrounding the wedding that we don't yet know. The couple may be given a new title by the Queen later this morning. And of course, at 11, we will finally see that wedding dress. Daniela Ralph, BBC News.
That's right, everyone's waiting to see that dress, and you know, the enthusiasm here at Buckingham Palace is building moment by moment, the enthusiasm, the energy. Let's go over now to the BBC's Chris Buckler. He's at the stable yard on the Mall and joins me now. I mean, you know, we all got here pretty early in the morning, was a bit quiet, but I'm sure the energy is really building up there as well.
Yeah, we got here very early this morning, but I've got to say, from the very first thing, there has been a real party atmosphere. I was here early yesterday morning, and there were just a few positions taken along this mile, right the way up and down now. We have got a crowd, and they are enthusiastic, let me assure you. They cheer anything that goes by, they wave flags for anything. Let's speak to a couple of them. I mean, in reality, you have come down here and you've staked your place. Why is it so important to get a place here to watch this firsthand?
Because it's an event of one that we're never going to see again. And it's so special to us all that we're proud of our royal family, and that's why it's a special day we had to come down today.
There is a great atmosphere here today. I mean, people talk about the significance of this. The royal family, it's had ups and downs over the last 30 years since the marriage of Charles and Diana. Prince William now getting married. Do you think this is a kind of new era for the royal family?
Absolutely. It's now, you know, this is going to make it. Yeah. You know, true, you know, they have had their ups and downs, but this is just fantastic. And Kate and Will is going to make it, you know, just the royalists are going to come out and for us, and the Brits don't do it any better. You know, we're just fantastic at bringing out the royal patriotic.
Me.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at some of that, because actually I love this T-shirt at the back here. You can come forward here. It says, "I'll marry Harry." There might be one prince gone, but still people are holding out hope that they could join the royal family as well. Let's take a look at some of the other colour as well. We can see plenty of unusual haircuts, unusual hats. And of course, there are people here from right away around the world. Let's go up here. We've got Australia and New Zealand represented. I know already you're waving flags. Yes. You're from Australia. Yes. Now, some people say Australia is a country which is looking towards perhaps being a republic in the future. The royalty maybe has had its day in Australia. Yep. Do you think that's true, and do you think this wedding can change things?
No, I remember we had a referendum about 10 years ago, and I voted to keep the monarchy in. There's a lot of the our elderly grandparents are like proud to have fought in the war with the Queen and the British. And we want to keep that tradition as a mark of respect, and we love the royal family. You know, look at what happened at Prince William when he went over a few months ago. It was amazing. I think it's stronger than ever.
Well, thank you very much indeed. I mean, clearly, when you walk around here, there are just huge numbers of people, and of all nationalities, flags of every single country around the Commonwealth. And of course, they're happy to wave them at any opportunity, as Chelsea saying.
Thanks very much. Now we want to go a little bit further afield. Westminster Abbey and Buckingham Palace may be the center of activities for William and Kate's wedding, but there are parties planned across the UK, and one of them is at the Golden Sands Holiday Park in Cresswell in Northumberland, and Tim Moffat is there for us. Tim.
Thousands of street parties happening right across the UK today. It's thought at least 500,000 people will be taking part, possibly more. This is a caravan park in Northumberland in northeast England, and they're starting theirs a bit early, as you can see. Flags, cakes, outfits, everything you need for a royal street party. Let's have a quick chat to some people who remember previous street parties for royal weddings we've had before. How does this compare? Are you excited about what's going to be going on today?
Yeah, the nostalgia, the build-up, everybody's in the party mood, and it's a royal wedding. Let's have it all for everyone. Come on.
It's a very British tradition, isn't it? It goes back to 1919, I think, to celebrate the end of the First World War, and here we are doing it today. What does it mean? What does it do to a community to mix the people you never normally meet?
Brings everybody together, and it's here, we're all here to celebrate the happy couple today as well, so very good.
And how excited are you about the royal wedding?
Oh, really good. The atmosphere has been great this morning here. Yes.
I have a fabulous day. As you can see, people have made a huge effort here. You can look at these cakes here with Union Jacks on them as well. A real community effort. People chatting, people meeting each other, and it was all down to you guys, wasn't it? You've organised this. Why was it important for you to organise this event?
Well, this is marking something that's fantastic, a great day. Street parties are unique to Great Britain. We're very proud of the monarchy. They're a national institution, and we're here to support them all the way. And we're like a party as well.
Now, people say, don't they, that street parties bring people together they haven't normally met. A lot of these people are just on holiday. They probably wouldn't be mingling as they are now, and yet here they are. It's fantastic, unique occasion.
Every weekend. A lot of these people we know, they've all come and they've supported us this morning from 5:30 in the morning. You can hear the noise of kids, young and old. We've got a very strong community spirit here. and this is what this caravan park's about.
Okay, thanks so much indeed,
Thank
guys.
you.
Have a fabulous day. As you can see, it's only just gone 7:30 in the morning, and yet the atmosphere here is amazing. Cheering, a lot of excitement, as you can see, from a fabulous street party in Northumberland. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Tim. And you know, you're going to be hearing a lot of that throughout the day. A lot of excitement, a lot of enthusiasm. But let's remember, the royal couple first met at university in St. Andrews. So the inhabitants of the Scottish city have their own special reason for celebrating. James Cook is there and joins us now. James, tell us about the party and the party planned for later in the day.
Yes, that's right. Party plans here in St Andrews in the northeast of Scotland, where the couple met. A very exciting day here today. There are people arriving here in the last few minutes for a wedding breakfast that they're going to have here to celebrate the wedding of surely their most famous alumni. The big screen behind me here will be showing the wedding. There'll be about 2,000 people here, and people just piling in now. And a couple of the people who are here this morning are with me now. Lindsay and Fraser, a couple of students here. Lindsay, tell us a bit more about the plans for this morning.
Well, there's lots going on. Obviously, there's a breakfast that you said, and they're actually having a pipe band that are going to come around the town and then come in and like kind of start it all off. And there's lots of things going on in the stages behind us. There's going to have dancing and like a cappella groups and lots of events going on, and then obviously showing the big event on the screen. And then they've got more things going on in the afternoon as well. So it's a big day event.
It's very, very exciting, isn't it? And they're held in particular affection here, aren't they? St Andrews is a very small little town, isn't it? And they're close to the people's hearts.
It is indeed, and they're certainly, you know, both Kate and Will were incredibly happy here. I think this is a place that's sort of very pertinent for them. It's somewhere they feel very, very at home. You know, at the end of February, both William and Kate, they were up here to launch our 600th fundraising campaign. It's our 600th
you both
anniversary.
met them, didn't
you?
We did.
Which is really exciting.
Myself and Lindsay were incredibly fortunate to meet
One
both
of the
His
lucky few.
Royal Highness and Kate, and they were both great, incredibly down to earth, and I think they always held this place in such high regard that coming back here all the time is a special time for us, and it's a special time for them.
Yes, what was it like to meet them, Lindsay?
Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. We were so excited on the day, and it's for such a good cause as well, for the 600th anniversary celebrations. It's such a fun time to be at St Andrews. And they said it was like coming home, and I think that's what almost every student here feels, that this is, you know, becomes their home in the 4 years you're here. So
yeah, it's an old university, this, isn't it? What were they like, though? That's the big thing. When you spoke to them.
So natural, so friendly. It was just like talking to like one of the students here. I think they loved just chatting and seeing like what it was like, what we were still doing here, and if things were still happening, and it was just really exciting and fun.
It's a famous town around the world, this, isn't it? Mainly because of the golf, the home of golf. But what is it like to study here? What's the atmosphere like? And because it's very small, as I say, isn't it?
It's very small, but it's really nice. Like everyone's so friendly, and you can't really walk along the street without running into 5 people you know, which isn't so great when you're running late for lectures. But it's really nice when you've got lots of time, and I think St Andrews is what you make it, which is really nice. Like as long as you're willing to like give a lot, then you'll get a lot of it, and it's really great.
And I think for them, they felt for some reason very comfortable here, didn't they?
I think so. I think the overwhelming majority of students do. To be honest with you, as you alluded to, it's a small town. There's a really sort of warm community feel here. The town and the residents of St Andrews mix as one. There is a real town and gown feel here. We're some of the happiest students in the country. William and Kate were no different when they were here. And I mean, as you can see yourself this morning, there's a real buzz about the place. It's a wonderful place to be.
Are you excited about watching the big event itself?
Very much so, very much so. We were sort of kind of holding out for an invitation to London after the end of February.
Even though we met them.
But no, incredibly excited to be here. Very, very lucky to be in the quad here this morning. And looking forward to things getting underway shortly.
Well, you enjoy it. Thank you very much indeed, Fraser and Lindsay. Just a flavour of the excitement here in St Andrews, and I think pretty much everyone in this town wishing the couple well.
Absolutely, and thanks very much. And don't forget, you can find complete coverage of the royal wedding on our very special royal wedding website. You'll find the latest news and features, including a chance to take our guided tour of the routes the couple will travel in that 1902 Landau carriage a bit later today. You're watching BBC World News. There's still much more to come on today's royal wedding. Do stay with us.